friends, happy Monday. Welcome to my live, and if you happen to be watching later, welcome to the replay. My name is Robin, and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Couture. Once you hop on tonight's live, or you hop on the replay at a later date, please say hi in the comments and tell me where you are watching from. I just want to let you know I am live from Central Kansas. I'm also live in 3 different locations this evening. So if you hear me refer to a comment that you don't see in your comment feed, that person may be viewing and commenting from a different platform. Also, if you are watching from my private Facebook group, there is a permission link in the description of the video. Clicking that link just allows StreamYard the ability to pin your profile name and pic to your comment. You can choose not to click the link. Just know that your comment may show up as Facebook user, as kind of it won't have your name attached to your comment. I'll still interact. I'll still say hi. I just may not know who I am interacting with. And as always, if you like what you see and think others should see it, or if you just want to help out my little channel, my little business, please feel free to spread the chalk love all over Facebook and YouTube. Click that heart button, click that thumbs up button, like, subscribe. That kind of all depends on whatever platform you are on. And as always, tag your crafty friends and invite them to watch along with you. With that, let's go to the comments. I see that Jason is watching from the other side of the door. And again, as you hop on, say hi in the comments. And with that, let's go ahead and flip the camera and get started. So there we go. Let's see, I think, is it this one that I want? Nope, it's that one that I want. And then I'm going to switch these. Okay. In fact, I might just take myself out of it. There we go. I think that'll be easier. So as you can see by the description, we are using these. I'll pull it up so you can kind of see the skew. These are 10-inch pine rounds from Menards. So there's the skew if you have a Menards, or if you don't have a Menards, you might be able to order them online. They are super inexpensive. They're like maybe $1.67. And if you buy, a big lot of them and you happen to go when they are having their 11% off rebate, once you get your rebate, your cash back in Menards bucks, then they're about $1.34 or something like that. They're very inexpensive, and they're a really good quality pine. I'm just taking off. They're usually all in really good condition. I haven't found any yet that are gnarly looking. So I'm just taking off the tags. I'll save that one in case somebody wants the skew. So we are going to make a color block little sign. You could use this as a door round. It's kind of small, but you could also just put it in like a sign easel. You could use it as a shelf sitter, all sorts of things. And then I picked out a few different transfers that would work. This one happens to be out of stock, but I do really want to use that one. So that's high. Depending on how you do your color blocking, you could use the Nope. This actually is N under there. This transfer happens to be in the sale section, the special section of my chalk site. So it is up to 70% off. I think it might be 50% off, but like the cute little Home Sweet Home. This is us. You could use some of the dogs. This one is also on sale. The It's So Good to Be Home. Sit Down and Stay a While. The Good Life would work. I even pulled out, this one is new to me, but the Highland Cow would fit really well on there as well. So there's lots of options. So let's get these painted. Oops, sorry, I kind of bonked the camera. I'm going to do my kind of infamous to me faux staining with some antiquing. This is actually a wax sealer, but it looks really pretty as a stain. So we're going to do that. So I'm going to don some gloves because I don't like to get messy. And believe it or not, my favorite base coating brush is actually these cheap Wet and Wild brushes. You can get them at the Dollar Tree or something. You can get them at Walmart, but you're going to pay a little more than you would at the Dollar Tree. So you're going to need some paper towels. And then I'm just going to use my makeup brush, because these little makeup brushes hold a ton of paint. So I'm just going to wipe that on. And I'm just going to worry about the top side for right now. I can go back in and do the sides and the back side later. Hey, Miss Ashley. So I'm just going to come in and wipe that off. And it leaves a really pretty stained effect. You can really see the wood grain. You see that little imperfection that's there. We'll cover that up. I just like these makeup brushes because you can slap on some paint pretty quick. So I'm just base coating these. So we'll put the first layer of stain down, and then we will come back in with some painter's tape and color block this one. So did everybody have a good weekend? Okay, I'm going to turn my fan on. This one. Sorry, that may make a little bit of noise, but okay, let's get this one while we're here. And I think if you're local to me, I think our Menards had like a couple hundred of these little 10-inch rounds. They're back. They're past all of the wood aisles. They're across the aisle from where the trim section ends, right before you get into the fence posts and fence areas. They were kind of out back or out by the doors that lead outside to the garden area. Esther said she had a good weekend. Not ready for Monday, I bet, after having spring break. Did anybody do anything fun for spring break? I tell you, spring break doesn't exist anymore when you have adult kids. I'm just going to wipe this off. Wipe off that excess and then it'll dry quick. Jason said he had a great weekend. It was a good weekend. Started off a little rough, but just, I guess, not as I expected, but it turned out okay. Okay, so those are both stained. So I'm going to take my gloves off. I'm actually going to wrap my paintbrush up in this one to try to keep keep it out of the air so it doesn't dry up as quickly. I might use it when I'm done. That way my brush doesn't get so hard. Okay, so let's give these a good dry. Well, this one's almost dry, so we can get started. Ashley said her and the girls went to Wichita one day and Kansas City to Legends another day. Wow, you guys were busy. Busy. Sounds like that was a lot of fun. We went to Larned, but had a little snafu with little miscommunication with my mom, so she wasn't prepared for us. So we quickly turned around and came back to Salina, but we stopped in Great Bend on the way and just for fun, looked at some RVs just to kind of get a feel for how my tall husband might fit in some. So while these are drying, I just want to go over a few things. So we still have the warehouse sale going on, and there's new things added almost daily. Lots of transfers for up to 70% off. So if you go to my Chalk site let's see if I have that. Yep. Oh, well, this is about Club Couture, but that's my website, chalkcouture.com/Robin's Egg Blue Creations. Oh, wait, here it is. So if you go to my website and click on the specials, well, first you'll go to shop and then you'll go to specials, and then you can see all of the things that are in the warehouse sale. So lots of retired transfers are in the warehouse sale. I also want to talk a little bit about the Perks member program. So this started a few weeks ago. So it's a customer-based loyalty program. So for $20 a month, Perks members benefits include a $20 product credit monthly. You can shop regular retail prices at 30% off all of the time. You have access to exclusive promos and specials, and then you get membership into the Chalk Couture community. And then anything in the teal is a personal benefit from me. So you can get 15% off purchases from my personal Chalk Couture product boutique, and then 10% off registration fees for any Robin's Egg Blue Creations craft event. So if you're kind of like me, when I first started, my wish list was way bigger than my wallet. I didn't necessarily want to be a designer. That wasn't my full intent because I didn't really want to build a team at the time, and I didn't want to worry about any monthly quotas. So this would have been perfect for anyone whose wish list is way bigger than your wallet. You can shop at a discount, but there aren't any quotas or requirements that you have to fulfill other than the $20 monthly. So if you have any questions about that, reach out to me and I'd be more than happy to answer any of those questions. And then we also have Transfer Palooza going on. So for every 3 transfers that you buy, you get 1 free. So if you purchase 6 transfers, you get 2 free. 9 transfers, you get 3 free. And with that warehouse sale going on, you could save quite a bit of money with between the Transfer Palooza and the warehouse sale. Just saying. Easter's coming up. It might be a good way to stock some Easter baskets if you have any crafty kiddos in your life. Okay. I don't know. Let that dry a little bit more. So did you buy anything fun, Ashley? I think that's pretty good on that one. I'm going to swap these. And I'm going to tape this one off. I'll reach over here for my tape. So I think I'm going to go ahead and use the high. I think I'm going to turn my wood grain I think I'm going to do kind of an angled color block. One of my friends did this at the workshop that we hosted at the end of February, and it was super cute. I think we'll go this way. So I'm just using some masking tape. Painter's tape doesn't stick to this wax very well, I've noticed. So I think we're just going to, we'll come up here. So I'm going to use some masking tape. I'm going to burnish it down really well. And then I'm going to add one more. I think that'll work. Maybe it won't. I think I'm going to bump everything up just a little bit. I'm going to burnish that really well. I think that'll work. I think that'll work. So I'm going to use moss on this one. Turn that. So let's find another paintbrush. I think we'll just use this one. We'll use the smaller one. I'm going to shake this pretty good. Can't believe spring, the first day of spring. Is it tomorrow or is it the 21st? I just can't believe it. Let's just say it's this week. It's crazy. And that it's already mid-March, past mid-March. I'm trying to make long strokes so I don't have a lot of paintbrush marks. probably have to put a second coat on that one. Okay, so let's come over to this one. I think I'm going to do it. Oops, let's switch these so the fan can dry that one. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to use high on this one, although nope would look really cute. I'm going to use high on this one because that's the one I wanted to use. I think I might break out the Highland Cow for this one. It just barely fits. So I think I'm going to go, trying to go with the wood grain. The biggest line is right here, but it might look a little weird. I think I'll use this line. So we'll do like 3/4 block here. Just kind of. So I'm just going to paint on this side. So I think we're going to use Elephant. So it's kind of like a really dark gray, almost black. Actually, it's more of a gray. It's gray. Never mind. Ink is the... Do I have ink? Ink is the black. I think we'll use gray. I think it'll be pretty. And then my white paste will show up better. This will work. So if you wanted to use ink is the more of the black color. Elephant is the gray color. I thought I had ink out, but I was wrong. There. Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. I was saying the nice thing about StreamYard is that even though I lost internet connection, it still keeps my stream open, so it doesn't kick me off. Whereas if I was just streaming with Facebook, it would have completely kicked me off. Is that better? That made a mess. Okay. Let's do a switcheroony. Let's put this one over here under the fan. I think that one's good to go. Let's give this one more coat. Oops. This moss color is really pretty. Ashley said she didn't buy anything exciting, pretty much clothes for the girls and softball stuff. Did you find your baseball gloves or softball gloves? Okay. That one's good. Oops, I just stuck my finger in that one. Okay. Let's get the hairdryer out for this other one. You didn't need a glove, just needed cleats and pants. Did you find gloves here in town? I know the other day at my appointment you were talking about them. If your paint still feels cool to the touch, then it's probably not completely dry. Jessa said her glove fits, so you'll see. Well, don't be like me. I think I mentioned this once before, but I just had to have a pair of cleats when we were at a tournament one weekend. So we went to like downtown Hutch, and they literally had like one pair left. And they weren't my size. They were probably too small. And boy, howdy. Every time I ran, my toes were in excruciating pain to the point where it killed my big toes. And they fell off. It was bad. And I've had a toe fungus ever since underneath that nail, underneath one of my big toenails. But I was stubborn. I had to have a pair that weekend, and they totally didn't fit, and I paid for it. So hopefully their softball cleats fit. Okay, I think that one's good. Oops. Okay, so we'll let those dry. I'm going to get some sandpaper and a wipe. So because I painted these, It has definitely lifted the wood fibers up, so I want to do a little bit of sanding once they're dry. Okay, put it around. Some paper. This is a 220 grit. I need to go get my sander. Maybe. Oh, it's right there. Sorry, stepped away to get my little palm sander. So I have not unpacked everything from the last the last party. I still haven't even cleaned my brushes either. Ashley says, ouch, we'll be double checking the cleats. Yeah, I was dumb. Dumb. Okay, I'm going to give this another quick dry. I think that one's good. I'm going to swap these back around. Turn that one a little bit that way. So let's peel this off and see. See what it looks like. Looks pretty good. So there's what our lines look like. So I have some 220 grit sandpaper. I'm just going to lightly like hardly any pressure. I just want it smoother. Oops. A little bit of green over there. I think that one's ready to go. Super smooth. Okay, so I'm going to wax this one next. I know there's lots of steps, but okay, so I'm using this paste finishing wax. But you can certainly use the Couture wax. It gets hard for me. It just doesn't, and then it's really hard to apply. So I just really like this particular finishing wax. It's just personal preference. This Couture surface wax definitely does not have the same odor that this paste finishing wax does, but I don't mind it. I've got a big blob, so just trying to get all that off. So I'm just going to put a layer of wax down. I don't necessarily need it over here, but you know what? It'll help seal everything down anyway, so I didn't really need it over there. I needed it more over here. So this is going to be kind of a safety barrier between my wood and my transfer. So it's going to keep my wood from pulling up when I remove the transfer. It's also going to keep the transfer from sticking so hard that it stretches or distorts when I remove it. It also just kind of helps. I'm hoping a lot of prayers. Well, I have them, they're saran wrapped in a container, so they haven't had any air for the last 2 weeks. They'll probably be a little hard, so I will either use some rubbing alcohol or some Murphy's oil soap to kind of help break up that paint if it has hardened. Yeah, I've got to do that one of these days. I just haven't. But I did saran wrap it pretty good when I came home that night, because I was too pooped to worry about my paintbrushes. Okay, so I'm just going to do this one kind of at an angle, just kind of the way it is. So this is my silkscreen transfer. It is a transfer stencil is what they're calling them these days. So because this is reusable about 8 to 12 times, depending on how well I take care of it, there is a silk screen in there. So if you've ever tried to make a stencil with a vinyl decal and you're always losing the insides to your letters or your punctuation, then these will solve that problem. That pen does not work. So you can either write the word back, or you can write what the transfer name is. And you do that because once you're done cleaning the transfer and you're ready to store it away, it needs to go back on this carrier sheet. And so it needs to go on this side, not this side. And there's also a cut line right here. So you could certainly cut this into 2 different pieces, but I don't want to have to worry about 2 different pieces of transfer. So I'm just going to score down that line so I keep everything intact and together. And 3 years down the line, I'm not trying to figure out what this little piece goes to if it's separated from this piece. Ask me how I know. Ashley says she loves the colors. So I'm just going to fuzz this just a little bit. It's not super sticky. There is a lot of silk screen versus sticky area. So I'm not terribly worried about it sticking, but I'm just putting it down on my fuzz cloth just to knock back that adhesive just a little bit. And again, we're going to keep this at an angle like that. And I'm just going to place, although it would be cute if you did it kind of like that. You could certainly, and you could do high to one side. You could do high down here, which actually I'm kind of liking actually. Now I'm rethinking the whole thing. I'm afraid if I put it down here, you're going to be able to see that stripe running through it. It's not terrible. Should I keep it angled like this with the high down here? So angled, straight on the first line, or straight on the second line? What do y'all think? So while you're giving me your input, I'm going to pull the tape off of this one. And we'll see what we have over here. So let me know which direction I should go. Should I go the original angled with the high down here, and it'll be in white, or should I straighten it out with the high on the first line or high on the second line, even though you might see some of this striped texture through it? Jason says straight on the second line, so like this. So I need some more opinions. Okay, I'm going to sand this one. Although I learned the last time, I'm going to sand lightly on the stained portion so I don't end up with black or gray paint on the stained. And again, I'm doing it really lightly. I have a little bit of 220. Ashley says second line. Like I'm barely pushing down. I just kind of want to sand. Oops, this one I got probably a little too much sanding action going, but that's okay. I just want to get rid of those wood fibers that were raised when I painted. So now it's super smooth. Okay. Ashley says second line. Oh, Jason says or angle. I like both. Not helping. I think let's just do it like this. I kind of like it like that. So I'm just going to line the bottom of the, just to make it easy on myself. I'm going to line the bottom of the transfer up to the bottom of that line. And again, my apologies. This particular transfer is out of stock. But let's just get the rest of these out and I can show you really quick what some of your other options are. I think we're going to do the Highland Cow on this one, although it's, I think, going to be like this. So you could put nope, like you could keep it angled like this and do nope this way. You could use any of these, like the Good Life, It's So Good to Be Home, Sit Down and Stay a While. You could do Be Our Guest, Home Sweet Home, This Is Us. So there are some other options on my chalk site that you could use besides the tie. Okay, so let's go ahead and burnish that. This is my DIY paste, but it's still going pretty good. We'll keep using it. I don't want to waste it. Okay. So I'm just taking my angled squeegee. I don't know why it's not angled. And I'm just going to drag that chalk paste down through that silk screen mesh area. And then I'm going to remove the excess. I can put it back in my jar. And then I'm just going to gently even out my squeegee lines. Making sure I fill in all. I'm terrible about getting the tips and toes of all my letters. Okay, let's leave that out in case I need it. So now I'm going to peel back gently. Make sure I got all of it pasted. Oh, I saw a little bit right there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know what the... There we go. Nobody wants to see my ugly mug. Ah! Oops. Shoot. And I got carried away and went over. Let's see if I can fix that. I don't know why it won't go through. Well, everything can be fixed. And people like that distressed look. There's just a little bit on my eye that didn't come out, but if I can find a paintbrush, I'm going to see if I can fix it. So you can kind of see here where my eye didn't get totally covered. Good as new. I mean, you can kind of see where the stripe went through the high, but I still think it's from far away. You won't be able to tell. Super cute. And then it'll be fun. I can drill a couple of holes and put a small little bow here. I wasn't that prepared, so I didn't get that part done. I'm going to try to fix this little piece right here. Jason says that's sharp. I love this moss color against this antique wax. Hopefully I can get that off. I'll probably have to repaint over that part. Okay. So there's that one. Super cute. Love it, love it. Glad we decided to go that other way. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so let's do this one. Again, let's wax it really quick. I'll put my lid on just to keep the air out. So let's do another quick one, do this last one really quick. I don't know if I got this one as smooth, but okay, let's turn it around and buff it. Okay. Put that off to the side. Let's actually move my cardboard. So again, this one is called the Highland Cow, and it comes with a cute little bandana, and then you can make it like a leopard bandana. This one isn't my favorite Highland Cow, but We're going to use it anyway. I think I want it that way. And again, we need to write on the back. So I'm just putting, labeling these bottom two. And again, there's a cut line. I don't know if I want to use the bandana this time, but I'll go ahead and cut it apart or score it apart. And then I need to get my fuzz cloth out so we can fuzz it. Just want to knock back a little bit of that adhesive. And I'm mainly going to worry about these two big sides. Okay. So let's pull our little guy in. He may not totally fit. Dropping down quite a bit, just barely. Like just barely. I think we'll get a larger squeegee out. That way, the less passes I have to do, the less I'm gonna mess it up. I'll use one of these. Just gonna get a little bit out. Okay. Whew. Got to. Gosh darn it. I don't know what's going on. It's weird. Sorry about that. I got way too much. Oops. Okay, so now I just want to even out my squeegee lines. Make sure I get all of that down there. And then let's pull back and see what we have. Just a little tiny bit right there. There you go. I don't think I have room for his bandana or her bandanas, but let's get this dried and then we'll see. But I doubt it. Oops. Plug that in. Ashley says so cute. I don't think I'm going to use the bandana, but let's just, I don't quite know where I would put it. Yeah, he looks more like a guy than it does a girl. Let me show you the detail. That detail. You can't get that with a vinyl stencil. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okie doke. So with that, we are finished. So these are super easy peasy to clean up. I just need to take them to a water source, whether that be a sink, a tub, a utility sink, a little dish pan, and then you just clean them up with a board eraser and some water. So easy peasy. So if you're wanting to make some cute little easy to make rounds, these are great for kids. These are a great kid size too. Again, these are at Menards. They're like $1.67 for a 10-inch round. They're really good quality. I like them. Let me show them this way. So here is the cow. And then here is, I love this one. Here is high. And you could very easily make them double-sided. So you could put like a holiday design on the back. And then this one could just be, evergreen. So yeah, super cute. It'd be cute with a little kind of a rag bow, or like this one I think just kind of a beaded hanger. So just put a hanger up here with some beads. I don't think there's enough room for a bow. That way he can go in like a man cave, so he'll be a little bit more masculine that way. And then this one I'll probably put like a little fabric strip bow over here, kind of hanging off the top. I think these would make cute little wall signs. You could put them in a little like a little easel stand just to kind of stand them up. They could go on a wreath. All sorts of fun stuff. Okie doke. I'm going to hop off unless anybody has any questions. Again, remember Transfer Palooza, the Winter Warehouse Sale, the Perks member program. I talked about those in the beginning, so make sure you read up on those. I believe there may be a free transfer available tomorrow with orders, so be checking my business page for that. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and hop off for the evening. Thanks so much for hanging out with me this evening. I'll be live again on Wednesday with a cute little scrap wood bunny block project. So join me on Wednesday for that, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Again, have a great week, and I will talk to you later. Thanks for watching.